Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 24 updates and spoilers. Oh my god, we have such fun stuff to talk about. Thank you for being here. Our house guests of the day are Diane Honor and Nora Ledford. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla. Woo! And before we get going, I also want to thank yesterday's super chatters because that's another fantastic way to support our channel. So, Jefferson Tucker, Brady, ASDFGHJKLWM, lol. Thank you so much. Derek Johnson, Ali Gonzalez, Jody Cortez, Ordered Steps, Christine, Deb Wicks, and Vajra. Thank you all so much for your super chats. Yay! And Jordan Kaiser, thank you so much for your super chat today. That's awesome. And I love the cool sticker. All right. So, when we left off yesterday, Monty was preparing to make his nominations. Now, Monty and the leftovers discussed targeting either Indy, Alyssa, or Nicole this week. I will say Indy, not as much as the other two, but she was definitely a consideration for a while, especially for Turner, because Turner does not want Indy on the jury, and he's close with Alyssa. So the fact that Alyssa was probably going to be going up on the block, Turner was like, oh, we're getting rid of Indy, right? But definitely seemed like the targets were more so Alyssa or Nicole. So Kyle was really pushing for Alyssa to go this week. I think he's had enough of her on a personal level. It's a bit much. He's told her multiple times now that he does not want to pursue a showmance. He doesn't want to pursue anything romantic with her until they're in the jury house or after the season. But she keeps going. I mean, she's like licking his arm and like, no. But also he's worried about her interfering with his game. You know, she's got a big mouth. Her information that she leaked to Kyle was a huge part of the reason that the leftovers came together in the first place. So he doesn't want to be on the wrong side of that. So he is arguing Alyssa has the best social game out of anyone. You know, she's cool with everyone. She could end up pulling people away from the leftovers to work with her. There is this paranoia in the leftovers that Taylor is going to be pulled away from them and work with the girls again, if she was ever working with them in the first place. I don't see that happening. I don't know about Alyssa, like, pulling anyone away to work with her, but I see why Kyle would want Alyssa to go. So the leftovers also were leaning towards putting Indy and Alyssa up on the block because they want to give Taylor a bit of a break from being nominated, right? Because if Nicole goes up, that means that Taylor goes up as well. So they want Taylor to know that she is an essential and valued member of their alliance. She's not just like some pawn that they're going to use over and over again. So that being said, Taylor has agreed to potentially go up next to Nicole after the power of veto because she wants Nicole out of here. She is tired of being tied to Nicole in this game, right? And then once Nicole is gone, Taylor can join a different Festy Besties group. She was saying that she would join up with Indy and Alyssa because there's no other leftovers member in that duo already. So Monty was busy doing his one-on-ones yesterday, and he was really playing it up like he's planning on backdooring Taylor. He's not actually. Again, if Taylor and Nicole do end up on the block, the votes are there to take out Nicole, and that is what the leftovers would want to do in that situation, of course. Also, a lot of Nicole's former allies are also talking about taking her out. Maybe not necessarily before Taylor, but they are not Nicole fans right now. So Nicole has been telling Monty she would prefer to go up post POV so that she wouldn't have to throw the power veto competition. To quote Stanley from The Office, have you lost your damn mind? I'm sorry, but how does Nicole think that she would have the votes to stay against Taylor after what's happened the last 2 weeks? Hello, week 2, Pooch, the bigger target goes. Last week, Amira, the bigger target, goes. Like, you've already been slapped in the face with a blindside. You're gonna, like, risk that when it's your own game? Like, what? How? Like, how? How? So, anyway, I guess she's got a short memory. I don't know. But Monty let Alyssa and Indy know that they're going up on the block. And again, he is selling it to them like he's backdooring Taylor this week, and Indy and Alyssa are just pawns in this bigger move. So, to explain it to Alyssa and Indy, he's like, well, you know, if I look at my options for pawns, I can't use Michael and Brittany because Michael's been nominated so much already, and his birthday's on Monday. I can't use Jasmine and Turner because Jasmine's ankle isn't 100% yet, right? So there's a chance that they wouldn't win the veto competition, and then, you know, the nominations would stay the same. We can't get Taylor. Can't use Kyle and Daniel because I'm sorry, his excuse for why he couldn't use Kyle and Daniel was not up to par. I think it was something like I honestly don't even remember. Something about them being tall. I don't know. It was weird. But he was telling Alyssa and Indy, like, you guys haven't been nominated yet. Like, let's get you in a POV competition. Let's have you show everyone what you can do. Right. The real reason is that Monty doesn't want to risk putting Kyle up on the block. Duh. But Alyssa took it pretty well. She was like, yeah, you didn't have many options. I get it. She's happy as long as the plan is to backdoor Taylor. Indy was telling Monty it's okay, but she also told him, I would never do that to you or Joseph. So she's not happy about it. But anyway, Alyssa and Jasmine were chatting in the Jetsons' bedroom yesterday, and Alyssa's telling her all about the Pose Pack Alliance. And you may be thinking, didn't this just come out like a few days ago? Why is she telling her this now? Well, it turns out when the leftovers, you know, had their plan to out the Pose Pack Alliance, they weren't naming everyone that was in that alliance. And I think Alyssa was like keeping real low profile about it at first, being like, oh, that's so weird. Like, I've never heard of that. What? But now she is admitting to her allies that she was in that alliance. So, you know, she wants to get ahead of it. She doesn't want it coming out that she was a part of it and didn't say anything. So she's telling Jasmine it's not a thing anymore after what happened with the Amira vote. Like, we're definitely not working together. Also, when we were together, we never met as a full group. It was just like a few people talking at a time. And she says, I never talk game with Monty or Kyle. What? How can you say that? She spilled like her whole entire game to Kyle. Doesn't that count as talking game with him? I guess maybe that's considered more of an info dump. I don't know. But she tells Jasmine, I wanted you to hear about it from me because you and Indy are the only people that I trust right now. Not even Kyle. He didn't tell me about the vote. So Jasmine says she trusts Alyssa wholeheartedly. She has her back. And she says she also trusts Indy and Joseph. So she tells Alyssa, if it comes down to it and you and Indy are still up on the block on Thursday, I'm voting to keep you. I'm voting out Indy. And I don't give a shit where the rest of the house is on that. I'm not voting you out. They will understand. So then Jasmine asks Alyssa, which duo would you infiltrate if Indy is evicted? Because remember, the surviving Festy Bestie gets to join another group of Festy Besties. So Alyssa says she would go with Kyle and Daniel. Who could have seen that coming? Kyle? So Alyssa says Kyle and Daniel are stronger. They're bigger threats than me. So she thinks that if they ended up on the block together, she would survive. So Jasmine says, oh yeah, you can also like get intel from those guys. That information flows in one direction only, and it goes from Alyssa to Kyle. Kyle is not giving her squat. So then Alyssa's having second thoughts. She's like, I don't know, you know, the guys might keep each other over me, so maybe I would get voted out if I was up against them. So Jasmine tells her, you got time, you know, think about it. We'll see what happens. All right. So then Alyssa was talking about how she wants Taylor, Nicole, and Daniel all out of here. She doesn't trust any of them. And she says, I don't trust Monty now either. I assumed that I was safe with him. Well, You know what they say about assuming. All right. So a little later, Michael and Brittany are chatting, and they're wondering if Jasmine knows that Alyssa was in Poe's pack. She does now. They're a little late on that one. But they think maybe they could gain some favor with Jasmine if Michael is the one to tell her about it. It's a moot point now, but, you know, they're still going to try it. So Brittany brings up, looking forward, that she and Michael are the only exposed pair now in the leftovers. And what she means is she and Michael are the only pair that is made up exclusively of leftovers members. So that's risky because if they get put up on the block, it guarantees that the leftovers are going to be losing a number. You know, everybody else, there's at least one person that's not in their alliance, and they would have the numbers to vote that person out. But if they're up together, So they're hoping that the nominations will stay the same. And, you know, if Alyssa goes, maybe Michael and Brittany can pull in Indy to be their festy bestie. So that would give them a little bit more of a cushion if they were to go up on the block. They figure Alyssa would pick Kyle and Daniel if she stays. That's a smart assumption, right? Okay, so then it's time for the nomination ceremony. And as planned, Monty nominated Indy and Alyssa. So it sounds like he made it seem in his speech that he has a backdoor plan. I don't think he named names, but I think he made it sound like it's Taylor who would be backdoored this week. So then Monty and Joseph are chatting in the HOH room. And Monty says, this is a week where we sit back, we watch, we get as much information as we can. Of course, they're hoping that someone in their alliance will win the power of veto because they're not really sure yet if they want to go for Alyssa or if they want to go for Nicole as the target. So if somebody in their alliance wins, they have total control. They can decide if they want to leave the nominations the same or go for Nicole. So they make it very clear they would only go for Nicole this week if Taylor feels okay about going up on the block again. They want to make sure that she is comfortable and she doesn't feel like she's being used by this alliance. So Joe says, you know, Monty, if you win this POV and you don't use it, you're going to look like a liar because of your nomination speech. You know, you made it pretty clear that you're planning on backdooring somebody this week. So if you change your mind, we're going to have to find a way to work around that. So from the way they're talking, it sounds like if one person from a Festy Besties duo or trio wins the power of veto, wants to use the power of veto after they've won it, it sounds like it's a go. Only one person needs to want to use it. I'm not sure if that's the official ruling or if that's just what everybody's assuming, but that's the way they're talking. So that's pretty interesting. So the feeds cut away from them for a little bit. But when they come back, Monty is saying he feels like they're really solid this week. Again, he mentions their biggest priority is making sure that Taylor feels comfortable. Monty says the way things are right now, Taylor is not able to walk around the house freely and be herself. You know, she's always kind of on edge because of Nicole and Daniel and Indy, right? Joe says that those three are the ones that are applying pressure on Taylor, and they're always judging Joe whenever he is talking to Taylor, and it's really ridiculous. So then they start laughing about how if Taylor and Nicole get picked to play for the veto, they're both going to be trying to throw the competition because Nicole thinks that Taylor would be leaving and Taylor knows that Nicole would be leaving. So they agree this is karma because last week Nicole wanted to throw the competition to take out Taylor, and now Nicole would be leaving. Okay, so in other news, Kyle was trying to prank Nicole yesterday, and he was hiding in a cabinet in the storage room. And as part of the plan, Michael brings Nicole into the storage room. Not part of the plan, Nicole starts crying to Michael, Super, super awkward. Nicole's like, I think I'm going home this week. And Michael tells her, no, there's still a lot of week left. Like, you don't need to worry. And Nicole's like, well, whatever Taylor has promised to Monty, it's clear that she's working with him now. Yeah. And what about it? So Michael's like, well, what could she have promised Monty? And Nicole's like, I don't know. All I know is that I'm not safe. I don't understand because she's like acting like this, but then she's also like, I'm going to go on the block and I'm going to survive. Like, what? So Michael says it all depends on the power of veto. If the veto isn't even used this week, then Nicole can't go up, right? So we missed part of this conversation because the feeds cut away for a few minutes, but when they come back, Nicole's talking about how she wants to win the game, obviously, and she thinks that she can make it to the end. But she thought that being in the post-pack alliance was going to help with that, right? That was her meal ticket. That was her way to get there. And Michael says, same. But Nicole says, now that that's dismantled, I don't know how that had anything to do with me. To me, this sounds like victim noises of like, why me? Your alliance was crap and it fell apart, okay? But anyway, let's not forget, Kyle is hiding in the cabinet. So he can't take it anymore. He starts moving around in that cabinet, and Nicole's like, so she goes over and knocks on the cabinet, and Kyle comes out, and Nicole's claiming that she knew the whole time that Kyle was in there. She tried to play it off. She's like, oh, we're having fun. She did admit later that she did not know he was in there. So this was like kind of weird. I know that Kyle was a little bit annoyed with Michael because he thought, you know, why is Michael having this conversation with Nicole when he knows I'm in here? Like, why is he not changing the topic or something? And Michael was a little bit annoyed with Kyle because he was worried that Nicole would think that this was a setup and that he was trying to get Nicole like eavesdropped on, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like an awkward situation for all parties involved, and that should teach everyone pranks are no fun. Okay, so anyway, nothing else too exciting happening last night. I think everyone was pretty exhausted from the insanity of the previous week, but anyway, today things are ramping up. They had the POV player picks, and the players are the HOH besties, Monty, Joe, and Terrence. We've got the nominee besties, Indy and Alyssa. And then we've got the randomly selected besties, Daniel and Kyle. Interesting. Okay, so Taylor and Nicole, neither of them need to throw this comp because they're not in it. So, excuse me. Indy checks in with Daniel in the gym. And she's asking, like, so if you win the veto, are you going to save me and Alyssa? And Daniel says, yes. We've got no reason not to. You know, he wants Taylor out of here. He's like, I already told Monty that I would. Can you imagine if Daniel uses a veto and Nicole goes? Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, Monty and Alyssa chat in the have not room. And Alyssa is thanking him for his nomination speech the day before. Because again, he made it seem like he is targeting a big backdoor target. So Monty's like, yeah, I just wanted to put it out there publicly that you and Indy are not my targets. And he says it's good that Kyle and Daniel were picked to play because they would use the veto if they win. And Alyssa agrees. She's like, yeah, I feel great about that. And she does. So Alyssa asks, so your target is Taylor? And Monty confirms his target is Taylor. He's lying. So Alyssa also brings up Nicole is kind of concerning to me too, but we can cross that bridge when we get there. So Monty wants to know, why is Nicole concerning to you? And Alyssa's like, well, Nicole's always telling us girls that she wants to work with us, blah, 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 but she's playing both sides. I've seen her look me in the eye and lie to me. That's not cool. So Monty's like, oh, really? He says he doesn't really have a reason at this point to take Nicole out. Low. But he'll let her know if anything changes. So Alyssa also makes it clear she wants to work with Monty moving forward, or at least while he's still HOH, right? Yeah, so after that, Monty has a chat with Turner. I feel so bad for Turner. Turner is a have-not this week, and he has been having a really tough time on slop. Like, there's the people that complain about being on slop, and they're like, this is gross, I hate it. And there's the people that become physically ill because of slop. And Turner is one of those people. It is making him sick. He is throwing up. He's having a really hard time with it. And it just blows my mind that he's going through this. Meanwhile, Jasmine, who's a have-not with him, is like, I've never seen like a less hospitable, like ruder person. Like, he's not doing this for me. He's not doing that for me. This guy is trying not to throw up in your face. Oh my God, give me a break. It's just too much. But anyway, Monty is telling Turner about the conversation that he had with Alyssa, and he feels like she was fishing for info about Nicole. And, you know, is she trying to figure out if Nicole is my real target? Like, what's going on here? So he brings up that Indy was saying some similar stuff to him in an earlier conversation, and Monty is suspicious about it because, you know, Indy and Alyssa are talking crap about Nicole to him, but then he's seeing them talking to Nicole. So what's really going on here? What's that all about? So a little later, Indy has another chat with Monty, and again, she's talking crap about Nicole. So Monty asks her straight up, if Nicole and Taylor are up on the block, who would you rather see go? And Indy says she would still rather see Taylor go first. So during this conversation, it was interesting too, because Indy decided to drop a little nugget of info. She lets Monty know when Jasmine was HOH and Michael won the power of veto, Daniel was trying to get a bigger target up on the block instead of Pooch. And she reveals that Daniel was pushing for Joe to go up. So Indy also listed off all of the people that were in the room at the time, and Michael just so happened to be one of them. So Monty was asking Michael about it, and Michael was like, honestly, I don't remember if Daniel said that for sure or not. Like, he may have, but I also don't want to say he definitely did. And it's funny because I remember that there was a lot of talk with Michael involved about possibly targeting Joe instead of Pooch that week. So I feel like Michael kind of just wants that information to go away. But I think that Monty will be holding on to this for the future, you know, to use against Daniel. So anyway, I'm sure he'll do some more digging about that. But anyway, they had the power veto competition. And just a reminder, the players were Monty, Terrence, Joseph, Alyssa, Indy, Daniel, and Kyle. And we found out not too long ago that Daniel and Kyle won the power veto. Oh my God. Maximum drama, right? Okay, so Taylor was talking to Monty after the competition, and she told Monty she's 80% on board with the move to take out Nicole this week. It would be a real flashy move, right? For Daniel to win the power veto, use it, thinking that Taylor's going, and then his number one ally goes instead. Oh my God. But Taylor's worried that if that is the case and Taylor survives, she joins up with Indy and Alyssa, that means that Brittany and Michael are still going to be vulnerable next week, right? They're still not going to have an outsider in their bestiness. So, you know, on the other hand, if Alyssa and Indy are split up, Brittany and Michael are hoping that they would be able to scoop up Indy. That's not a guarantee, though. I don't know that that would necessarily be the case. But anyway, yeah, Taylor is telling Monty, like, if that's what you want to do, like, let's do it. It's going to be awesome. So Kyle was already telling Alyssa, yeah, we're using the power veto on you. We got you. And Daniel was freaking giddy. Oh, my God. He thinks that Taylor is going to be going. He is playing a part in it. Again, how can he and Nicole possibly think that Nicole would survive that vote against Taylor? I'm going to lose my mind. In a good way, if Daniel really does use this POV, Taylor and Nicole go up and Nicole leaves. That would be absolutely wild. Oh my God. But another thing to consider here, if Daniel realizes, oh shit, Nicole's going to be in trouble, and he does not use the power veto, I think Kyle still could. Kyle could go for it, and then Taylor and Nicole could still go up, and they vote out Nicole. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know. I just can't imagine Nicole and Daniel actually being that cocky to think that they would be able to get Taylor out like that. But we'll see what happens. You know, we've got some time before the POV ceremony that should be happening on Monday. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, we don't know the official rules yet on the veto. Hello.
I have something to say.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Ah! But the house guests are talking like only one person would need to want to use it in order for it to be used. So that's what we're going off of right now, but I don't know the official ruling on that. Bowie, what do you think? He doesn't know. But I want to thank
Bowie David.
Yeah, I want to thank all of our super chatters because that is a fantastic way to support our channel. So Jordan Kaiser, thank you so much.
Bobby.
Karen Coy, thank you so much. And Karen says, first time catching you live. Love y'all. Oh, we love you too. Never rooted for someone as hard as I have for Taylor. I know, right? Like the ultimate underdog story here.
Do you think the show planned this?
No. I don't know that they could expect people to be this cruel, you know? I don't know. Maybe they do. Who knows? But thank you again, Karen. Kenya M, thank you so much.
It's Caven.
Oh, is it? I thought that was an
No,
R.
no.
Caven, I'm so sorry. Caven, thank you. Kenya M, thank you so much for the super chat. And Kenya says, if Jasmine has no intentions of playing this game or following the rules, why are they allowing her to stay? Also, you guys have the best, or give the best updates. Thank you. Yeah, she sucks. I'm sorry. Like, she's been really sucky so far. She just loves to get other people to do things for her.
Little beans.
I mean, I understand that she's injured, but like, she asks for help on a lot of things that I don't think this injury, is keeping her from doing herself. It's a lot.
Can she wipe?
I think she just asked for Nicole to wipe her once.
No.
Why? Okay, so anyway.
Number 2?
I have no idea. The Tea of Texas, thank you so much for your super chat. Sally Anderson, thank you so much. And Sally says, thank you for your daily updates. I don't often make the live show, but I do watch daily. You and Janet make Big Brother so much fun. Oh, well, thank you for being here. And thank you for watching, even when you can't be here live. We really appreciate it. Brenda Muller Jensen, thank you so much for your super chat.
She would like an update on the move if you can.
Oh, I will give you guys an update. I just want to get through the rest of the super chats, then I'll tell you how it went today. Sean Davis, thank you so much for your super chat. And Sean says they need to bring PB&J back instead of slop. Oh, I know my body wouldn't be able to take it, and sometimes it shuts people's bodies down. Yeah, I think some people just can't handle it, their digestive system.
They don't have the microbiome for it.
Yeah, that's rough. I feel like I would love PB&J for a week. I mean, maybe you'd get sick of it after a while, but
if they let me be on the show and give me a good stipend, I would eat PB&J the entire show.
Yeah, right? I'm thinking about having one right now after this.
All right.
We'll see how it goes.
Will you toast the bread?
Yeah, you got to. Ooh, maybe I should have one of those grilled cheeses that you were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Vegan cheese, of course.
Garden tomato.
Yes. Sean, thank you so much again. Samuel Johnson, thank you so much for the super chat. And Kevin Charles, thank you so much for the super chat. And Kevin says, I like when you say bye at the end of videos. It's so cute. Aw, thank you.
No!
Bowie, where are you going?
Oh my God. Squeeze his fat butt through.
Bowie,
isn't that weird?
Back over the laptop.
That you are bye and I'm hi.
Yeah.
We're like Alaska.
Thunder F.
Yeah.
Love her. Oh my God. That just reminds me too. We're not caught up on Drag Race All-Stars, but we just had to see who won because we love it so much. And I'm so happy with the winner. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody else who's not caught up yet, but she is our favorite drag queen.
I wanted to buy a Gottmik t-shirt at Target.
I know.
But they didn't have my size today.
Yeah. Oh, they still have them? Oh, that's fun.
They had a large.
I want to get merch for
to get an
the drag
large.
queen that I was just talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying their name because I don't want to spoil it, but.
Yes, I would love that too.
Okay. Bowie, where's your daddy slippers?
You're going to be in big trouble, mister.
Okay, real quick before we go, I just want to update you all on the move. So yes, my fiance and I were moving today. We got our new apartment. We got the keys the other day. We're going to be living there starting on Monday. But thankfully, they let us move some of our stuff in there starting today because we didn't want to have to pay for a whole nother month of our storage unit just to be in there for a day. So luckily we were able to move stuff over today. We rented a truck. All of our friends were helping us, so it moved pretty quickly. But oh my God, within like 5 seconds, I thought I was going to die. Like I was literally this close to throwing up because it was just like so hot in the sun today.
Part duh, tomorrow.
Yeah. So today we got all the stuff out of the storage unit. That was great. Unfortunately, we did have a casualty. We dropped our tempered glass table. So we weren't like super hyped about it anyway, and like it's horrible, but we were actually joking about it like breaking about 2 minutes before it actually broke. But yeah, I was not happy when it actually broke, and we both got cut by it. But yeah, that's a pain in the ass to clean up, and I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is, right? You know, everything was going smoothly, and then that happened. But anyway, that's that. Tomorrow is another day of moving. Tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing over all the stuff from this house, and hopefully start to set things up a little bit. And then Monday, we'll actually like be living there.
And if anybody wants to check it out.
Oh yeah, I did record today a short, because it's a small apartment, apartment tour without anything in it, and then with a bunch of crap in it, just on the floor.
And tomorrow we're gonna add some more.
Yeah, we're gonna add to that footage. So that video will probably be going up on Monday if you want to see.
Yeah, Monday on the Madrosed Vlogs channel.
Yes. So
not this channel, Madrosed Vlogs.
If you want to see my apartment, check it out, and then we'll film again too when everything's, you know, as things are being set up and when they're all set up. So okay, I gotta go. I gotta go call Granny, and I actually still have D&D tonight, which is absolutely insane. I don't know how I'm still alive right now, but anyway, thank you all so much for being here and for being supportive. And until Monday, that's right, tomorrow we're off, but we'll be doing our episode recap. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. So until then, much love. Bye, everybody. Bye.